fats and why you need them. I feel like fats are a very misunderstood topic, and people do diets like keto with high fat, or low carb, moderate protein. Hello, who's here? Can you comment for me? And you honestly need a really good balance of these foods. You want to make sure that fat is sufficient so that you lose weight. You want to calculate the right amount for your body fat and for just having a comfortable satiety level. So we're going to talk about weight loss, calculating the right amount for you, and why it's essential for your diet. So for many years, fat has been demonized, right, as the culprit behind why you gain weight, and um, honestly, heart disease too, right? But the truth is, our bodies need fat to function properly, and it is the main source of energy that your body uses as storage. So, fats are a major source of energy. They store vitamins and minerals. They're necessary for building cell membranes, and they're vital to the external part of each cell in your body. So they're also surrounding what's called nerve sheaths. So you have nerves that run all over your body and connect your brain to your muscles. So without that, your brain would not be able to tell your body what to do. Fat is also essential for blood clotting, muscle movement, and inflammation. There's different types of fats. There's saturated, unsaturated, and trans fats. So unsaturated fats are like olive oil, avocados, seeds, nuts, all the healthy fats. Anything that is liquid at room temperature, oil wise, is going to be considered a unsaturated fat. So saturated fats are what's going to be those hard fats, like what you would think of as butter. And there's also trans fats that are fats that have been heated to a really high temperature. So think about taking a stick of butter and putting it on the pan and letting it burn until that stick of butter turns into white foam or bubbles. That is what trans fat looks like. They should be consumed in moderation, and they do raise your cholesterol levels as well as increase your risk of heart disease. And oftentimes, trans fats are found in fatty processed foods like your favorite ice cream sandwich, for example, or something like the cosmic brownies. That's where you can find trans fats, as well as in a handful of other processed foods. But fats do play an important role in hormone production as well as regulation. They're also going to keep your skin and your hair healthy, and they are crucial for brain function. In fact, our brains are actually made up of about 60% fat. So, fat is not the enemy. The key is to focus on eating healthy ones and consume them in the right amounts so that way you are getting the nutrients that you need. Hello, who's here? Can you comment for me? Now let's talk about how fat can help you on your weight loss journey. So, fat can help you with weight loss. When you consume healthy fats, you're going to feel fuller for longer. And it's because fats are going to help you digest more slowly than carbohydrates and proteins. And when you include healthy fats in your diet, you're going to decrease hunger cues. And oh, hi! Hi, Heather. It's going to help you decrease hunger cues, make you feel full for longer, and they're going to be helping you reduce cravings because you're not going to be as hungry, and it's going to help you stick to your dietary goals and avoid overeating. And then there's also evidence that suggests that certain types of fats, like MCT oil, if you've heard of coconut oil, but the refined liquid coconut oil, it's actually going to boost your metabolism and increase the number of calories you burn at rest. So if you're looking for a really good healthy fat, coconut oil is one that you can try. It's also important to remember that fats are what we call calorie dense. So portion control is important, but when you eat them in the right amounts, fats can be really powerful in helping aid in your weight loss journey. So for reference, when you think about counting macros, if you're looking at carbohydrates and proteins, you're looking at 1 gram for every 4 calories. So 1 gram of carbs or protein equals 4 calories. Where when you look at fats, you're actually going to see 9 calories per gram of fat that you consume. So every 1 gram of protein that you eat is not going to equal 1 gram of fat that you eat. 1 gram of fat is basically like eating 2 grams of protein or 2 grams of carbs. So how do you calculate the amount of fat you need for your specific goals? So it varies based on things like your age, your gender, your physical activity levels, and your overall health. A good rule of thumb is that fat should make up about 20 to 35% of your calorie intake. For someone on a 2,000 calorie diet, it's going to be about 44 to 78 grams of fat a day. And these are just general recommendations. If you've been consuming a higher amount of fats for a longer amount of time, then you're going to want to slowly transition away from eating a higher fat diet and more carbs as you transition. So here's a simple way to calculate what fat you need. First, you're going to determine how many calories you need. And then if you want to eat 20% fat, then you're going to multiply your total calorie needs by 0.2, which is 20%. Or if you want to eat more, you're going to go up to 0.35 for 35% to find the range of fat that you need. Since 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories, whatever number that you get from your multiplication that you just did, you're going to divide it by 9 so that you can get the grams of fat that you need to eat. For example, if you have 2,000 calories, you multiply it by 0.2, that's 400 calories from fat and about 44 grams of fat. And then if you have 2,000 calories and you're going to do 0.35, you're going to end up with 700 calories from fat, which is about 78 grams of fat. So that gives you a range of 44 to 78 grams of fat per day. It's also important to remember that you need to get your fat sources from healthy sources like avocados, nuts, and seeds, and olive oil. So you can also do what's called the ketogenic diet. So the ketogenic diet is not recommended for everybody. If you are diabetic, this might be a good diet for you because it has lower carbohydrates. However, there are some risks associated with it. So we're going to go into what it is first, and then we'll talk about the risks. So the ketogenic diet is high fat, low carb, and it's gained a lot of popularity over the years, and it's good for weight loss, and it can improve certain health conditions. So on a keto diet, you're going to reduce your carb intake and replace that with fats. So the fat reduction or the reduction in carbs is going to change your metabolism and create what's called a state of ketosis, where it becomes more efficient at burning fat for energy, because your body's primary energy source is actually going to be carbohydrates. But what you're doing by limiting your carbohydrates is you're going to be depleting your glycogen stores by using all the carbs that are in your muscles and your liver. And once that happens, then it's going to go into what's called ketosis, and you're going to start burning fat for fuel. And the reason that sometimes people feel sick during that process is because you're literally taking all the immediate energy that your body has away, and you're making it break down fat in order to survive. So the benefits of keto: weight loss, It can be rapid because you're using fat as fuel. You're also going to see improved blood sugar. The keto diet can lower your blood sugar level, and that is beneficial for people with type 2 diabetes. Increased energy and mental clarity. Some people report feeling more consistent energy levels and improved focus and mental clarity. So it's also going to help with appetite control. If you remember, high fat is going to be satiating, so you're going to feel fuller for longer, and it's going to help reduce cravings. There are some risks though, and the first one is nutritional deficiencies because the diet is going to restrict many fruits, vegetables, and grains, so you may miss out on specific nutrients that you need. The other thing that it's going to risk is your heart health because it can improve health markers, but it's going to increase things like your cholesterol levels depending on the types of fats that you're consuming. So if you're someone who does keto and you eat a lot of dairy and butter and bacon and sausage, then you're going to be more likely to expose yourself to more of those risk factors of heart disease than if you're focusing on olive oil and those unsaturated fats like avocados, nuts, and seeds. So it can also cause digestive issues because the diet is going to lack fiber, which is in veggies and fruit. And then, as I talked about a little bit earlier, you've also got what's called the keto flu. So some people get those flu-like symptoms when they start dieting, and that can be headaches, fatigue, irritability, all the things. So it's definitely important to consult a healthcare professional if this diet is something that you do plan on doing, and they can make sure that it might be a good fit for you. All right, so we've covered a lot today. And I think that that's about all that I can give y'all on the ketogenic diet. So if you have questions, drop them in the comments and I'll make sure to answer them for you. And then if you like this, please add your friends to the Facebook group and let me know what y'all want to hear more of. Do you want to continue the Nutrition Basics series? Do you want me to start posting recipes? What are some things that I can start doing to help make this group more interactive and more beneficial to you guys? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see y'all next week at 6 p.m. Central. Bye, y'all.